Hello there, Virgo. My name's Frankie, and I'm coming to you from spirits-healing-readings.com, and I'm a clairvoyant, clairaudient medium, and an empath, and I've been doing readings for 27 years now. And what I've done for the month is lay 4 cards for you. I'm going to use the bottom card for the overall view of the month, and for those of you that are interested in astrology, I'm not an astrologer, so I've looked this up for you, and the main point for the month is going to be in your 10th house, which I believe is like your career or business, parent, government, official stuff, credit, ambition, things like that, honors, popularity, like how you actually go out in the world. And I was reading up on that, and I don't understand really because I'm not an astrologer, but it will be the opposite parent from the one that is in your 4th house. So I thought that's kind of cool information. Anyhow, but at the end of the reading, I'll pull an angel card for you and try to bring this all together. Now, I wanted to say an apology for May. This reading is for June of 2016, Virgo, and my apology for May is I have no idea what happened, but something was messed up in our computer in the actual settings. So everyone that came after Virgo, your reading for last month was so quiet you have to be in a soundproof booth to hear it, and everything that came after that, other than Pisces, I didn't know, so we had no idea. It was physically changed somehow in the computer settings for the volume. I have no way to replicate those readings for you, because when Spirit's talking to me, it's like a one-time thing. When I say it, it's done, and if it's way later when I'm doing a reading, I'll have a concept of it. So I made a little video telling you guys about what happened, but somebody didn't like the video, so I got in trouble for it. So anyhow, I'm trying to start here for you for the month of June. I'm starting a little bit backwards to try to put all you guys that are after Virgo in first place for posting the videos, and then I'll go back to the beginning and start with Aries. Looks like you got a pretty interesting month here, and but Spirit keeps saying to me before I even start, come on here, I forgot to tell you that again too. Those that have been watching these know I'm an empath. So from here on out, every Virgo out there is Frankie. So as I say that's all of us. We're all now Virgos. Anyhow, what I keep hearing is, please just look at this situation. I'm trying to keep my life a little simple here, and all I'm asking for is a little bit of abundance, and it's not like a big deal, and I'm trying to they keep saying, keep my sense of humor around this. And because what I'm seeing here is the very first card on the bottom of the deck, right, is the King of Swords. And I'll say right now, all of our cards are upright. So I don't know if you can see that card there, but the King of Swords, it can be a male or a female, but it would be someone in my life that is an authority type figure, and I believe swords cards are Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, usually, or personality type, but it can be male or female. This is a general reading. So to me, this King of Swords is someone who is an authority figure that is usually very just and fair. They have the power, they have the ability to make really strong decisions, like maybe a lawyer or, you know, a government official or my boss or something like that. They're usually extremely fair and just person, but that doesn't mean if something's not being screwed up here that they don't have the ability. He does have the sword in his hand, he or she, and they have the ability to just cut it right exactly where it is, and a sword would not really much be emotional about where they're cutting it with. So since it's upright, I'm hopefully dealing with a sword characteristic that understands their power and uses it very well, right? Or uses it in a right manner. The reason I'm saying this is because the first card that I drew is the Devil card. And obviously, me, Frankie, I don't believe there's like this real thing that's coming to chase me down, but this card can mean, you know, am I in trouble, as in sex, drugs, rock and roll, or whatever, but normally it means that there's some kind of an obstacle that I'm encountering, or I'm willing, because we have this character here, this King of Swords in the beginning, or as the overall view, that I'm going to have to defer to, or really think about how I'm going to handle these situations. Now I'm telling this because the next card that comes up here is the Hierophant. And the Hierophant is, you know, like structures, like organizational structures. It can be my work, my home as an overall view, you know, some type of something that's very highly organized, or has a set of rules, let's put it that way. It could be like a group I belong to, or the corporation that I work for, but it is very specific as to how you're going to play, or I'm going to play the game if I'm involved in this organization. Well, Virgo, I'm thinking, based on what I'm seeing here, and with that Devil in there and the King of Swords, that perhaps I'm going to want to go inside and find out the purpose of that, because there's something, we have the Hermit card here, that is telling me or trying to get through to me to say, you know, reevaluate, Virgo. Go inside, look at this situation as a whole. And the other thing is, and look at the situation as how does it come to me as a balancing act, okay? Because here we have the Devil, here we have the Ten of Wands, right? And I don't know if you can see those. I really can't get all the glare off of here. Obviously, I got a cardboard box in my window, and the neighbors probably are wondering about me here, trying to block the light. But this Ten of Wands is like I'm really weighed down with burdens, responsibility, duty, like that. And something's out of balance, you know. So looking at this as an overall view, right, with the Devil, am I shirking my responsibility, let's say, at work, you know, or are others that are around me shirking their responsibilities at work, or am I working like crazy to make sure that everybody's supported and following the rules, and others that are around me are saying, oh well, Virgo, here, let me just dump one more thing on your plate. Or let's say a coworker's walking past me at work and they say, alrighty there, well, you know, Virgo, could you handle this for me? Or could it be this authority figure saying, well, handle that for me, when it was their responsibility? Because obviously with this 10 of Wands here, right, I'm feeling really overburdened. And what I want to know or do for my own self, this simplicity thing that they were saying to begin with is, you know, do I want to drop a few of these wands out of my life that either I am not responsible for, or if I am responsible for them in accordance with the rules of the Hierophant here, if I'm responsible for those, how am I going to simplify it so I get my duties and responsibilities done? Another thing that keeps coming to me while I'm looking at these cards are, am I becoming too involved in other people's problems or their, you know, like associations? Maybe at home, are people picking up the phone and dumping their stuff on me, and it adds one more burden and one more burden. Now, what they're saying is, I have a way, right, to get that guidance with the Hermit card here, you know, and to shed light on that situation for my own self and how I'm going to handle all of these things. And obviously still stay within the rules or the guidelines of the workplace, the partnership place, or the friend place, wherever I'm coming off in here, and try to really, you know, I don't know, make things simpler is what Spirit keeps saying. Make it simpler for me. With this Devil card here, I don't want to, like, the worst thing for me right now is to deliberately invoke a clash of wills if I don't have to. If I go inside, right, and I evaluate what's worth it to me. Let's say if it is this King of Swords guy is coming down on the wrong end with me, right? Is this the appropriate time for me to invite that little argument or fight or clash, you know? Or is this King of Swords going through something, King or Queen, going through something and just needs my support, this little 10 here, for a short period of time, because obviously there's no purpose in us supporting, you know, like someone else's bad habit or someone else's will being imposed on us, because, you know, got both things, this organizational thing. What they're saying basically is, you know, I really want to keep my head on my shoulders this month. Virgo, I don't know what we're going to go through. This feels, I know, you know, like, is it happening because it was apparent? You know, is this happening and I have to take on these extra things? Is the King of Swords person domineering or confrontational type of personality? Work, business, home, family, whatever area that this is affecting me, you know, or influencing my life. Because they keep laughing and saying, okay, I have to have a sense of humor about this, you know, or how are they saying? If I can look at it and, like, either laugh about it or just say, I'm not laughing about it anymore, this is not funny and there's no purpose behind this, and shed my little light with that Hermit go within or speak with someone, a mentor, a teacher, or someone that handles situations like this. And we do have a King of Swords here, so a lawyer, a cop, if that's needed, because we have the devil influence, all of those kind of things, I'm going to step up to the plate and I'm going to handle my portion of it, right? But I'm not going to handle everybody else's portion unless it's really short term in my internal guidance system, or external, if it's someone trustworthy to me, says, don't. How long have you been handling this, But then again, if it's an organization or, a structure or a group or a corporation, and that is my job, I'm going to shed light inside of me and look it over, the way they're saying it's like look it over for my own self and say, how does this contribute to my abundance, my wealth? Is it better off for me to be meticulous and do that which I'm supposed to do? Or is this meticulous, let's say if it's within my home situation, is this going above and beyond my duties? So this month it looks like I really gotta sit back with myself a little bit and think about it and think, am I shirking the responsibility with the devil card here? Or is the responsibility, this 10 of Wands thing here, is it getting shoved on me and it's not my responsibility? And go inside of myself and figure out, what is it that I can do to lighten this load? Or do I want to take on this load if it's just a short time period? And that's how it's coming out, the way Spirit is speaking it to me. And, it feels really important around this, because if it has to do with business, if I have a really valuable opinion or my home situation, I want to speak it, or new valuable idea, I want to speak it. But that with that Hermit card there, I'm believing I want to go within myself and think seriously about how it's going to come across. Well, and this is the deal, I believe Virgos are very detail oriented. So therefore, if there's a detail that's missing here, if anyone can pick up on that little detail, Virgo can. So if it's my husband or son, wife, whatever, that's, kicked back and shirking things here, or, whatever it is, all of the situations are going to be a little bit different. But obviously they're going to be, right up there within this realm of whatever I'm really dealing with. So, but they keep saying, don't invite the argument if it's not time for it, or don't express the really good idea, because I have this, if someone's going to pull it from me, or don't give it the good idea, if it's in a workplace, to this King of Swords dude or woman, female, if they're going to use it as if it's their own. So I feel like this is, keep it simple, keep the flow coming in, keep it balanced. Am I giving so much at work, there's none of me left at home? Or am I giving so much at home, there's none of me left for work? And this is me sitting here. I'm going to pull it all back into balance because I do have the guidance that I need for this time. So, Virgo, keep your sense of humor around this. I'll keep mine. Let's see what the angels have to say. Well, they obviously will. Maybe you're not you can't see what the angels have to say because I'm throwing that little book down on the floor. Sorry, guys. They said, their card says there's nothing to worry about. I can't get the whole card in there for you. I don't think there is anything to worry about if you keep your sense of humor around this and keep it simple. Keep that money flowing. Figure out, you know, how many of these 10 of Wands I'm hauling on my back are actually mine to haul, right? The card says, and I'll read you out of the book too that I'm obviously throwing all over the place. It says you are safe, and this situation is under the perfect control of divine providence and universal order. Only infuse loving thoughts and emotions into the situation to ensure that the highest possible outcome flows effortlessly to and through you. And that's right up there with that 10 of Wands. Effortlessly. And what was Spirit saying to us at the beginning? Keep it simple, keep the, abundance flowing. If you're dealing with a legal situation, keep it moving. Make this a delightful experience for me. And if I'm filling a purpose here, let me do it, let me do it right. Let me do it with a sense of humor. Period. Let's see what this card has to say. And it says, well, we're in trouble, Virgo, all of us, because the book opened up to the exact page. That doesn't happen usually. Anyhow, it says, the angels send this card to you because you've been needlessly worrying. Worry is a form of prayer that draws to you that which you do not desire. Release your worries to the angels, and as there truly is nothing to worry about. In fact, your worries could create a self-fulfilling prophecy. So if there's something that I want out of this situation, keep it simple and go for it. And the additional meanings for the card are, everything's much better than you imagine. Ask the angels to release you from worry. A happy outcome is inevitable. Avoid worrying, lest the negative emotion pull you and the situation down. The angels are with you, and everything's okay. Normally, they are with us, and everything is okay. And they want us to keep our sense of humor and have this as a delightful experience versus one with the devil and we're in trouble for not following the rules, right? Well, Virgo, that's your reading for June of 2016, and I have to say, I really appreciate your comments, and I'm very sorry about last month. And like I said, I can't replicate it. I would have if I could have, if there was any way for me, but I have to get on with these readings or you won't have June either. So we'll hope that Mercury retrograde thing doesn't affect anything else. And I want to tell you thank you for all the time that you've spent with me and for your likes and shares and subscribing. And if you want to know more about me, you can just go to spirits-healing-readings.com. There's information below here or above here or wherever, somewhere around on this video. And I'm still trying to catch up with writing back to all of you. But if you want to schedule an appointment or you just want to know more about me, just go to the website. And thank you so much for your time. I really, really enjoy spending it with you. Bye-bye.